Hey, hey. Happy Sunday. How are we all? Faye Edwardes here. Hope everybody's well. Either having an amazingly productive day or a productively chill out day, whatever your Sunday looks like. I hope it's awesome. The title of what I'm talking about today is It's Time to Let Go of Perfectionism. What do I mean by that? Perfectionism is one of those things that people think it's cool to be. Oh, I'm such a perfectionist. I am. It's my downfall. I'm a perfectionist. But really, they think there's actual kudos in being a perfectionist. It's a bit like a control freak. When people say, "Oh, sorry, it's just me. I'm such a control freak." They're actually really, really bad things to be. And there are reasons why people are perfectionists and control freaks. And if you're wanting to run and have a successful business and also a successful life, you have to start breaking down and identifying why you might be a perfectionist or a control freak, and working through it and coming out the other side. So perfectionism is one of those things that people, they apologize for being that way, but they have no idea how much it gets in their way. I used to think when I heard people saying, oh, you don't need to be perfect, let go of perfectionism. I thought, well, I'm not perfect, so therefore this doesn't apply to me. I'm not a perfect person. I always thought perfect people lived in 8-bedroom houses in the middle of the country. They were a size 8. They ran marathons every weekend for fun. That they had absolutely perfect car, hair, nails, lifestyle, completely organised. And so I just separated that from me and said, well, I'm none of those things. Therefore, this let go of perfectionism doesn't apply to me because I'm not a perfect person. That's not what it means. What perfectionism often does is prevent us from progressing because we are waiting to be perfect before we think we can do something. So whether it's starting a new business venture, whether it's networking, whether it's approaching people to joint venture with, whether it's having a YouTube channel, a podcast, any of those things, we all say, I'm not good enough yet. I need to get perfect before I can do that. And then we spend forever trying to get perfect, or in many cases, not even trying. How can you get perfect at something when you're not actually doing it? So we're using it as a way of not starting the things we wanted to do. When I first started my podcast, I'd been a radio presenter for many years. That was my thing, but I had no clue about actually how to start a podcast. I didn't know about the software. I didn't know how to get it onto iTunes. I didn't know how to record people remotely. And I'd wanted it on my list of things to do. I had it for ages, years and years. And it was a chance conversation with a graphic designer, actually, who said to me, oh, you should use Anchor. This is how it works. That afternoon, I set it all up. I did all of the artwork on Canva in minutes, and had a podcast. And within a few weeks, thousands and thousands of downloads. I wasn't perfect, but my message was still important. And while I was then producing the podcast, I then started to improve, and you'll note I say improve, not perfect, the techniques, the sound, the way it was presented, the whole production, and they improved over time. And by the time I'd got to 100 episodes, it was absolutely spot on. I was never aiming for perfection because we didn't need perfection. It's just a way of saying, I'm not going to crack on with this thing I want to do. If I can't be perfect, I won't be anything at all. And that, even you can see how crazy that sounds. So it's just a way of not starting. And like I said, the same is about being a self-control. I'm a control freak. That's a really bad thing. People bandy it around as if they think it's fabulous. Oh, I don't let anybody else do anything for me because I'm a complete control freak. Are you insane? You cannot do everything yourself. If you try, you're going to explode or implode or both. So you cannot be a control freak and achieve the things that you want to achieve and still maintain sanity and be a person. That's a whole other topic though, I guess. Perfectionism. We think we're made to believe that there are people out there who are perfect. And therefore we believe in perfectionism. It does not exist. Nobody who has achieved anything knew what they were doing from the start, because they couldn't, because in many cases no one had ever done it before. Yeah, they had a plan. Yes, they knew what they wanted to achieve, but they didn't necessarily know how to achieve it until they had started, and they made the mistakes and they changed that path and moved on to the next one. So they were not perfect at the start. And if they had thought to themselves, I can't start this because I'm not perfect, then they would never have achieved the thing in the first place. This works on all levels. It's not just about where you are. If you're an absolute beginner, start. If you're an intermediate and you've achieved some things, where are you going from there? It works on all levels, and it means we just need to stop getting in our own way and coming up with these excuses. Check out all the podcasts, the businesses. We need to make the mistakes to learn from them. They are part of the journey. We hear this all the time, and it is so true. Without the mistakes, we don't learn. So don't even think of perfect. Don't aim for perfect, because it doesn't exist. Perfect for you exists, perfect for your audience, perfect for your clients, but don't aim for perfectionism, because it's just preventing you from starting in the first place. Let me know what you're going to start without being perfect. There is a phrase, isn't there? Start now, get perfect later. There we go. Start now. What are you going to start this week? Let me know. Take care.